With dance, I can communicate in another way. It's another form of expression. I can flee out of my daily stress and everything around me kind of disappears for a moment. And I create this huge bubble around me where it's just me, space, and movement. Hi, I'm Cassie. I am a half Swiss and Jamaican dancer that grew up here in Zurich. I began dancing when I was around 4 years old. I remember I was always really amazed by these big musicians like Beyoncé, Rihanna. I always wanted to be like a background dancer from them, and I was really fascinated by their music videos. So I remember when I was a child, I always used to create these big performances for my family and friends, and I would dance for them in my living room. So I believe this passion for moving developed throughout my childhood. So when I was 4 years old, I started dancing, and I remember walking out of my first ballet class and I completely fell in love with dancing. And when I was around 12 years old, I realized I wanted to make this my profession. So I auditioned for a professional ballet school where I laid my foundation for a classical ballet. And after that, I also graduated with a diploma as a stage dancer. And throughout my training, I realized that there is more to just classical ballet. I wanted to become a versatile dancer, so I auditioned for Zurich University of Arts, and I'm currently in my second year doing a bachelor for contemporary dance. Dance allows me to constantly explore and reinvent myself. I discover something new every time that I move, and as it's a silent form of communication, I don't need to say anything. I can express myself with my body. And some people might understand what I want to tell them, and some people might not. And everyone makes up their own narrative to it, and I believe that it's part of its beauty. And it's also truly a form of meditation for me, and I can process things that are going on inside my head, thoughts and emotions, and is truly something that I use for a healing process, and there's something new every time I move. One of my favorite parts is to work with a choreographer. We can collaborate with them and work with them, and we can discover our artistic identity. We can network with other people in a very comfortable and supportive environment, fellow passionate artists like myself. Another part that I really like about my studies is that we get to be on stage. As a dancer, we will be on stage quite a lot, so we can learn how to handle our adrenaline and be in such a stressful environment. It's very exhausting, but also so rewarding to be on stage. It's a feeling that I cannot describe to other people. It feels like a second home for me. And another part that I really enjoy is to improvise, besides all the technical classes and working with the choreographer. Improvising for me is very freeing. I don't need to think about a lot of things. I can just move freely through space. It also teaches me how to step out of my comfort zone, which is at sometimes really scary, but quite inspiring because it teaches you that there is no limits to things. And I also get very inspired by the people around me, and it pushes me to stay creative and gather new knowledge. I often get a bit freaked out when I think about my future, but also very excited of the potential paths that are ahead of me. Ideally, I would really love to be working as a professional dancer somewhere around the globe and be able to do my own projects on the side, blending acting, music, and dance all together. Another big dream of mine is to open up my own dance school, but that's something that I envision doing when I'm much older. And for the moment, I'm embracing the journey, and I'm very excited to see where I will be in 5 years. And I'm excited to see how I develop as an artist.